before we call Jack to the stage, why don't I introduce myself? I know I recognize many of you, but my name's Bashir. I made learnbridgeonline.com as a website for bridge learners like us from around the world to be able to learn with some of the best bridge teachers from around the world, including those we might not otherwise have access to. Even pre-pandemic, that was the idea. And where I am, it's been difficult to find access to top-notch bridge lessons. And that's how LearnBridge Online was started. It's been a complete honor and pleasure having Jack Stocken teach his online lessons at LearnBridge Online. And we do our best to make free videos, including many you'll find on this YouTube channel, and doing occasional free live stream lessons like today. So whether you are a longtime member of the class or this is your first time joining us for anything, we're so glad to have you here. It really is the biggest perk of my job is being able to meet and connect with bridge players from around the world. And again, it still feels so special knowing that we have folks joining. I'm guessing, I mean, gosh, dozens of countries. How neat is that? I think we can get started. So we're here for four-suit forcing. What is four-suit forcing? Some of you might have an idea. Some of you might be pretty solid on it. Others, perhaps it's your first time hearing about it. I know it's something I've sort of even at times I think I have a comfort with. And then when I encounter it in the wild, I often realize, wait, how should I reply? How should I respond to partners for suit forcing bid? Or what exactly am I expressing by bidding the fourth suit here? How do I know if it even is the fourth suit forcing bid or if just the responder's second suit? Sarah, Linda, thank you guys so much for your support. Let's get to it. I think we are ready to go. I see our teacher waiting in the wings. So please, a warm virtual welcome from wherever you are. It's like cheering for Tinkerbell in the old high school productions of Peter Pan. Jack can sense it. Let's call him up to the stage. All right, Jack, here we go. Hey there, Jack.
It's me.
It's you. Our teacher is in the building. Jack, let's get started. But first, I just wanted to thank you for doing this live lesson. You work hard. You teach many lessons every month, multiple each week. So taking the time to do another one and this one just for free means a lot to all of us learners. So we appreciate it. Thank you, Jack.
I'm very happy to promote bridge lessons to new people around the world. But it's great. I mean, I'm just looking at the chat box now. Obviously, UK, we've got Ireland, we've got America, we've got New Zealand, we've got Australia, we've got Greece, we've got Madeira. I could go on, but it's fantastic.
Let's get to it. Folks are ready to learn. So as always, Jack, I'm going to turn off my camera, but I'll be here to help however I can. So just sing out my name. But why don't I turn it over to you and we'll see how things go. Let's have some fun.
I'll get going. I'm all prepared, Bashir. There was a lady called Vanda who just emailed me. Hopefully she's got in, but you'll see her email.
Okay. And actually, real fast, for folks who find this video later, you found the recording on YouTube. A couple things. Join in the chat, even if you're watching on replay. And everyone who registered for this, we will share a worksheet and two featured hands from the video, which you can play through afterwards to everyone who registered for this event. If you're watching the replay, the link is still below. You can still register, and I'll make sure that the worksheet is sent to you afterwards as well.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Over to you, Jack.
Keep in touch. We're here. Very exciting. We're looking forward to this for the last 2 weeks. Let's get straight down to business. And it doesn't matter if you play standard American or ACL, whatever. Four-suit forcing can be played by anyone. Let's go. So, four-suit forcing. Well, first things first. I've opened a heart. You've responded 1 spade with your 13 points. I've come back 2 diamonds. What does it now? What do you bid now with the south hand, do you think? So it's your first question. So this is very interactive. I can see the chat box down the left-hand side of my screen. Answers will begin to come in. But like all of my lessons, they're all very interactive. Me asking questions, you giving the feedback, getting immersed in the hand. So what would you bid now, do you think? I mean, you might not play 4-suit forcing. What would you bid, do you think? Let's say you're playing natural methods. I mean, slightly awkward, isn't it? You know, if you don't have a gadget here, what do you do with your 13 points? I mean, I know some of you already play the 4-suit forcing convention, but what if you weren't playing it? What do you think you might bid? You know, if you hadn't been taught it. And I know a number of you watching now, you'll be brand new to 4-suit forcing. That's great. We assume no knowledge of this convention. Remember, you'd have to bid 3 clubs there, everyone, not 2 clubs. I'd bid 2 diamonds. Well, I think I agree with, you know, if you weren't playing this gadget, which we're going to come on to, this conventional bid, you would have to take a chance with 3 no trumps. Some of you bidding 2 no trumps would be 3 no trumps to show 13 or more points. But clubs are a major worry, isn't it? You know, and it may not be the right contract. We might be better off in 4 hearts. We might be better off in 4 spades. You know, partner might have 5 hearts. Partner's showing 5-4 here, so they might have 5 hearts and 4 diamonds, but they might have 3 spades as well. They might have 6 hearts. So what we do, I must just say hi to Jack's mum. Yeah, you've got no decent bid. So you would, if you weren't playing the conventional bid of 4-suit forcing, you would have to chance 3 no trumps. But there is a solution to our problem. ... 4-suit forcing. Okay, so it's conventional bid. So if your partner must agree to play it, yeah, you would alert it if you're playing at a club, the person opposite. I don't have an alert card here, but you'd bring out the alert card, the person opposite if you're playing face to face. So a bid of the 4-suit from this moment on, hopefully, if you choose to play this convention, is 12 or more points and forcing to game. And secondly, it's artificial, shows nothing to do with the 4-suit. You might have a singleton, you might have a void, but it just to say we're going to game, partner. Let's have some more information from you, please. Okay, I mean, you might have a 4-card suit, you might have none. It's an artificial bid. You know, it's like Stocken. It's a conventional bid. Let's move on. So it sets up the game forcing situation. So it means it opens up a lot more bidding space for you to find the right game contract, or possibly to bid to slam later on as well. And neither of you, once you've bid 4-suit forcing, neither side, opener nor responder, can stop short of game. Really important. And again, if you are playing online, you alert to your own bids, as most of you will know by now. You're playing on BBO, etc. If you're playing face-to-face bridge, the person opposite alerts it with the alert card, which I'm using the redouble card there. We don't have to do any alerting today. Right, well, armed with our new information, and I know some of you have done 4-suit forcing before, so this will be good practice. It doesn't come up all that much. What would you bid now with this hand? I've opened a heart. You've rightly bid a spade with your 13 points. Might have 16 points. I might have 6 points. I've come back 2 clubs. What next for you? In the chat box, I'm keeping an eye on it as I speak, down the left-hand side of my screen. What is your best bid now? And you are playing this convention, whether you like it or not, today. I mean, if you don't like 4-suit forcing, you don't have to use it, but it's I think it's one of the simpler conventions. Along with the unassuming cubit, these tend to be the ones that are taught after Stocken and transfers. And I'm looking through the chat box as we speak. There it is. Margarita's here from Monday morning, as is Sam. John's here. Linda's here. B, Phil, Howard, Kevin, Fiona, Jeremy, Sammy, Barbara, Trish, Christopher, Sue, Jonathan, Amanda, David, Dominic, Michael, Vuli. You're all bidding 2 diamonds. Great start. There we go. And yeah, I like to put in a few captions as well every now and again to brighten up the slide. So that's to show the shape, isn't it? Lots of shapes there. Looks a bit like a nursery class, doesn't it? Yeah, so I'm teaching you the modern version of four-suit forcing. Would I ever teach anything else? You know, not the old-fashioned version. So the main priority with four-suit forcing is to show extra shape. Okay. So here we go. We're going to come on to that in just a second. But for the moment, 2 diamonds here is artificial, 12 plus points. All right. And effectively, it just says, partner, more information, please, primarily about the shape of your hand, as we're going to find out very soon. Good. 100% forcing. Let's see what happens. So really, there's a number of priorities here, and we're going to go through them in order of priority, not surprisingly. So the first priority when responding to four-suit forcing is to show 3 card support for responder's first suit. All right, that's going to be really useful for them. So typically you would have a 5-4-3-1 shape. Right, so here we go. You've opened a heart with your 11 points on the rule of 20. I've bid 1 spade. 2 clubs by south, showing 5 and 4. I've remembered to use four-suit forcing 2 diamonds. So over to you. How do you respond to this bid as opener as south with your 5-4-3-1 shape? Dominic, that's fine for you to play it that way. I'm not going to confuse the class, but that's fine. That's your way of playing the four-suit forcing. Personally, I would say you could or could not have a stopper. So over to you. You're responding to four-suit forcing. First priority is shape, isn't it? Can you show me some extra shape? You've shown me a 5-4 shape so far by bidding hearts and clubs. Can you show me something else? It just is played. Jiggles Jones has got a question. It just is a forcing bid, Jiggles Jones. Yeah, four-suit forcing is forcing. To game. That's how you should always play it. And I'm looking through the chat box. Oh, Audrey's here. Hello, Audrey. How nice to hear from you again in southern Burgundy. But let's have a look at the right answer now. And if you're watching in replay, by the way, many of you will be. You can't make this time on Monday morning. Hello to you. It could be the afternoon or the evening. Beauty of these online lessons, you can watch them anytime you like. Right. The answer is indeed 2 spades. First priority, show 3 card support for my spades. Okay. Don't need to go 3 spades or 4 spades, by the way. Keep it nice and low. We are in a game forcing situation. I teach that four-suit forcing is game forcing the whole time, even at the 1 level. I don't like to have exceptions. I like to keep things nice and simple, as those will know already who do my online classes. Now, so we bid 2 spades there. And if North has 5 spades, they'll bid to 4 spades. And we found our best contract. Let's go, Bajir, please, onto our first hand on BBA. So what we do in these live lessons, everyone, online, the format is, we go through the Google slides, PowerPoint slides, and then we do 3 or 4 hands on BBA with me playing them out. So here we go. Bashir's got the hand ready for us. It's a 1 heart opener by North. East has to pass with length in the suit. Nearly always, when you have length in an opponent's suit, you have to pass. A good old 1 spade response. South shows their 5-4 shape by bidding 2 clubs. Over to South, everyone, as responder. What do they do next with their 13 points of South? Barbara's got a question. Barbara, it doesn't matter if partners bid major or minor, no, as long as it's the 4th suit. Yeah. What do we bid of South, everyone? I'm just waiting for the answers to come in. Responder could just say 3 no trumps, Jiggles Jones, but basically better to go with our 4-suit forcing. Yeah, you'll find your best game contract there. So can we set up a game forcing situation and find out more about partner's hand, everyone? Morning, Jeremy and Patricia, Elizabeth, Melanie. Oh, hi, Melanie. A few people I know already. A few people I've taught in person watching as well. Jack's mum is here. under the name of Peter Stocken today, but that's Jack's mum. Yes, shall we get on? Grant, Phil, Amanda, Phil, you're all bidding 2 dimes. I'll even press the alert button. Good. So 12 plus points. I assume no knowledge of force-suit forcing, by the way, when I teach these lessons. I know some of you have done it before, but a good recap. Especially the modern version, which is going through shape first, and then looking at a stopper afterwards. North does what in response to 2 diamonds, apart from panic? They're being asked for more information. What can they best tell their partner? Again, just waiting for the answers to come in. First priority, to show support for partner's first suit. Yeah, 3 cards. Well done, Nikki. Hi, Nikki, down in West Sussex. Fred, Barbara, Fiona, Dennis, Jane, Miriam, good morning. Yes, you're all bidding 2 spades. Of course you are, to show 3 cards support. And South, what do they do now? We haven't looked at this just yet. What do you think South would do? Just 2 spades. You don't need to jump to 3 spades or 4 spades or anything funny. Michael. Hi, Michael. Nice to see you again. Virtually see you anyway. Supported by online lessons in the past. Yeah, South just jumps to game now. Let's not muck around. Good. Well done, Laura. Stephen. And should we just have an opening lead from you as well? So 4 spades. We've got to our best contract. Oh, hello, Rosemary. Jane, PD. Yeah, opening lead from West, everyone. And you'll notice I produce all 4 hands here. Some teachers don't, but I prefer this method for teaching all 4 hands on show. I just think it's easier. Easier for me to explain, easier for people to see. Tara, Kim, you're leading the 9 of hearts, your singleton. I'm glad to hear it. Some people lead their diamond, but actually singleton is still the best lead. Otherwise, it would be the 4 of diamonds. Now, quite often you do lead the 4th suit, but here the singleton is more pressing. Even if it's the, singleton is still a good lead, even if it's the opponent's suit. Well done, Emily. Nice to hear from you again. In Malta, Dorothy, Philip. Yeah, okay. And never play too quickly at trick 1. Thank you, partner, for the dummy. Yes, these robots have feelings too. And what are we, because we're collectively playing this 4 spades, which card are we going to play from dummy, do you think? Take your choice. Try just to look at the north-south cards. I know it's not easy because you can see all 4 hands, but yeah, just try to focus on the north-south. Margarita's joining us from Edinburgh. Hello, Andrew. Mandy, nice to hear from you again. Many of our regulars watching, many new people watching for the first time this morning as well, so it's great that you can join in. Yeah, I mean, there's a number of reasons we're playing the Ace of Hearts here. It's a clear singleton to me as declarer. Firstly, why would they lead the suit that's been bid by opener? Secondly, why haven't they led a diamond, which is the 4th suit? That's normal to do that. And thirdly, and perhaps most importantly, the lead of a 9 is always a singleton or doubleton. 100% denies the king. So we put on the ace. The 8's not going to be useful. And at trick 2, which card are we going to play from the dummy? So we've won the Ace of Hearts. As you'll notice already, I like to involve the audience totally in not only the slides, but in playing the hand as well. It's really you playing this hand, not me. I'm just pressing the buttons. So which one from the dummy do you think? So dummy to play as north. Are we going to draw trumps? Or are we going to do something else? Well, I think we should create a void in dummy. So let's play the Queen of Diamonds. Loses to the ace. They take their King of Hearts. Oh, actually, probably doesn't throw a club. Throws a diamond. Heart comes back, so we can discard a diamond, which they ruff. Club comes back to the Queen. But now we can ruff the Jack of Diamonds on dummy with the 3 of Spades. Now we can draw the trumps. To the ace. Over to the Ace of Clubs. And we got winners now, haven't we? King of Clubs and winning trumps. We'll just play them out. 4 of Spades. Jack of Clubs can go. And we got winning trumps there. So we have made our 10 tricks. 4 spades bid and made. So using the 4-suit forcing, 3 no trumps would have been down on a diamond lead. So we got to our best contract. Remembering to play the Ace of Hearts there was very important. Otherwise, we'd have been 1 down. And better to create the void in diamonds first, just so we can trump that diamond loser before the trumps were drawn. And we did need the spade finesse, Jenny. Yes, the spade finesse luckily was working for us. Brigitte, should we go back to the slides, please? And let's learn more about 4-suit forcing. Okay, so second priority is opener repeats their second suit to show at least a 5-5 shape. Whether you play 4-suit forcing or not, repeating the second suit always shows at least 5-5. Could be 6-5. Yeah? So that's just a fact. Repeating the second suit in bridge says a minimum 5-5. So here's another example. You've opened a spade. I've come back 2 diamonds. You've shown me 2. Remember, we open high fives, by the way. I'll give you a high 5. So a spade was correct. You've come back 2 hearts. I've used 4-suit forcing, which is 3 clubs. Yeah, so forcing to game. If I was playing at a club, I would alert it before someone got on my case. Over to you now. What can you tell me about your hand that would be useful as South, everyone? What's your bid now with your 13 points and your 5-5 shape? I think you're seeing already that there's a lot more to 4-suit forcing than meets the eye. Many players in the past just used it for asking for a stopper for no trumps. Far more useful to have it as shape showing to begin with. Hi, Alexander. Trish, Jane Skeen. Yes. So there is a list of priorities, which is all featured in the worksheet that you'll be able to download after this lesson, by the way. Comes as part of the package. You'll get a worksheet, 2 pages of instructive notes, as well as a couple of hands to play out yourself on BBA. So let's have a look at the answer, shall we? Yeah. Well done, Miriam. Emily. Yeah. Nikki, all bidding 3 hearts to show minimum 5-5. Good. And we're going on to the second hand on BBO, Bajir. Thank you. Straight onto the second hand, which is there. And I will just load it up for you from my little collection. Some I prepared earlier. Let's have a look at hand 2. So, here's a question. You've got 10 points as South. So would you open the bidding with 10 points? That's the first question. Second question is, if so, what would you open? So South is the dealer, 10 points, 5-5. Would you open that hand? Hi, Misty. Hi, Jane. Great to reconnect with many of you who've had lessons in the past, either up here in North Yorkshire, online, been on bridge holidays with us. And obviously a lot of people are brand new. Some have enjoyed my promotional videos in the past. Welcome back. So it is a rule of 20 opener. We've got 10 points and a 5-5 shape. By the way, I just thought I'd say this is for the slightly more experienced, this 4-suit forcing. If you've only been playing bridge for 3 months or 6 months, I think you'd find it quite hard. Yeah, just so as you know, you're not being thick. This is a slightly more advanced convention, normally taught after you've been playing for a year or two. Yeah, high five, so 1 spade. There we go. Rule of 20, we've got 10 points and a 5-5 shape, adding up to 20. Audrey, good work. And hi, Janie, Phil, Isabel. Yeah, well done. 2 diamonds from north. 2 hearts from south. It's all plain sailing so far. Back to north. What's their rebid as north, do you think, with their 13 points? What does north bid now? Just waiting for the answers to come through. How are you getting on in replay? Okay? You enjoying this convention so far? You know, if you're brand new to it, like anything, it's going to take a while to get used to. You know, you need to practice it, read through the worksheet, perhaps watch this lesson on replay. And it's always easier to use 4-suit forcing in the 4-suit forcing lesson, isn't it? So 3, I'm even going to alert it. Yeah, good. 4-suit forcing. I mean, here you could just bid 3 no trumps as north, but it may not be the best game contract. That's why we go with our 4-suit forcing. So even though we've got a stopper in clubs here, it would be a little bit rash to bid 3 no trumps straight away, as you'll find out later on. South, what's their rebid? Or sorry, what's their response to 4-suit forcing? How can they give partner more information about their shape? So yes, definitely 5-5. So even if you're not playing 4-suit forcing, repeating the second suit in bridge shows 5-5. It's a useful thing to know. And I'm not going to ask you this question because if you know partners 5-5, you've got to fit in hearts, haven't you? So bid to game with the 5-3 fit. And you've got to a superior game contract than 3 no trumps, which would have been defeated. Yeah, you wouldn't make 3 no trumps. Well, let's just practice the opening lead. What does West lead against 4 hearts? Always good to practice opening lead. Oh, hi, Jerwin. Hopefully I spelled that right. Spelt it, pronounced it right even. Hello, Anne Simmons, Elizabeth. Just reading through the chat box, waiting for the answers to come through. Let's have a look at the opening lead. Christopher's leading a heart. Most of you, you're between the 9 of diamonds. I must just say, Doubleton leads aren't very fashionable now. Most bridge teachers will tell you they don't like Doubleton leads, especially if the opponent's suit. You know, just helps to set up the suit quite often. Actually, I think I would go here for the 10 of clubs. The unbid suit, well, I say it's the unbid suit, it's the 4-suit forcing, so it's the artificial suit that the opponents may not have. So generally, it's right to lead the 4th suit here. Trump lead it very dangerous, I would say, from Queen 10-9. Your help declarer if you led a trump. Right, so 10 of clubs lead. Yeah, I don't mind a Doubleton lead if it's the unbid suit. That's fine, but generally Doubletons don't often strike gold, winning with the ace. And from dummy, everyone, what card do we play next from dummy, having won the ace of clubs as north? Do we draw trumps or something else? Wait for the answers to come through. Just takes a second or two. Hello, Sue. Dorothy is with us as well. Great that you could all join us. Well, ooh, Cashyap's here as well. Jane Hall, Jonathan, good morning. Yes, remember the main time when you don't draw trumps is when we can create a void in dummy. Okay? And we're going to establish the spades. So 2 reasons why it's a good thing. A, we're creating the void on dummy and make some extra tricks. And B, we're hopefully going to establish the 5-card suit. And those who've, just on 5-card suits, those who've had lessons with me before, what do I like to call 5-card suits? Either when we're playing in a trump contract or whether we're playing in no trumps. What do I like to call 5-card suits? We'll continue playing just whilst you come back to me with the answer. There you go. Now you can tell all the people who've either done my lessons before or either online or face-to-face. There they are, look. Hello, everyone. Yes, the famous gold dust. Yeah, 5-card suits are so useful. Yeah, very good. Now, let me focus. We need to ruff a spade. Don't need to ruff high because I know the king of spades is with East. The finesse works. So East must have the king of spades. So we don't need to ruff high. Very good. Things are going along swimmingly. And have you noticed that spades divided 3-3? A 36% chance. But nevertheless a good one because those spades are now winners. Right. Which card do we play from the dummy? Precisely, do you think? Yes, if you're new today, you've certainly learned one thing that I like to call 5-card suits gold dust. They're so useful. Now, which card specifically from the dummy do we play? Of course, those in replay have longer to think about this. You can press the pause button. Which of those 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards do we play? Very good. Ask the audience, and the audience thinks the ace of hearts. Correct. Higher card from the shorter holding. Yeah, so we don't get blocked. Now we play the 4. And what next for declarer? Do we finesse by putting in the jack of hearts, or do we play the king? We have reached a crossroads. It's a crossroads, is it? Sort of. We have reached a crossroads. Do we finesse, or is it better to play the king of hearts here? Very interesting. Have a guess. If you're guessing, it's a 50-50 chance. If you get it wrong, don't play the lottery this week. In fact, don't play it any week, because you probably won't win, but it's quite fun. I have the occasional flutter. Well, I think, I must just tell you, it's quite difficult this, because the odds tell you to finesse. 8 ever, 9 never. People often remember the rhyme, they forget what it's to do with. So with 8 cards missing the queen, you generally finesse. But look what happens if you make the mistake of finessing here. It's quite difficult. You do lose to the queen, but then they come back a diamond. It's definitely this is for more our experienced viewers, this one. And look what happens. They cash their ace of diamonds and come back another diamond. And we are left with an awful Hobson's choice. In fact, we can't afford to lose any more tricks. We'd have to trump with the 6 of hearts, but West gets a trump promotion with the 10 of hearts, and we're 1 down, look. Look, they've taken 4 tricks. That would be 1 down. So let's go back in time, something we can brilliantly do with online teaching. We're going back in time. You have to actually play against the odds here and rise with the, hang on, where are we? There we go. The king of hearts. Now we play out our 2 winning spades. They can trump. Switch to a diamond. But now we're okay, you see. Ace of diamonds. Try to catch the king of clubs, which we rough. Philip's just asking, how do you know in real time to play the king of clubs, king of hearts? Just one word, experience. Yeah, it is difficult. You need to see what's going to happen possibly in the future. There we go. We're just finishing off now. winning spade, and winning trumps. But I imagine in practice, many club players would take the heart finesse to go one down. It's pretty difficult, to play the king of hearts there. Yes, you could use a bit of principal restricted choice there as well when they played the 9 first time round. Good, that's it. So we made 4 hearts there. 3 no trumps would not have been a good contract, by the way. Very weak in clubs. We can move on. Shall we go back to the slides, Bajir? Thank you. Phil, we haven't got time, sadly, to explain more about the King Hearts. Just needless to say, it was the more experienced play to make. You had to be thinking in the future 2 or 3 tricks. So it was pretty hard to do. Normally, the odds suggest finessing to the jack. Right, here we are. We're back on with the 3rd priority. So opener repeats their first suit to show 6 cards. All right. So we've had 1st and 2nd priority. It'd be very useful to tell partner, because when we bid spades and diamonds, most often, obviously we're 5 and 4, but we could be 6 and 4. And notice how South you opened a spade. I came back 2 clubs. Notice how it's better here to bid 2 diamonds rather than simply repeating your spades, because the expression is it's better to show 9 of your cards rather than just 6. Jeremy's got a question. Let's just clear that up. Yes, the 4th suit, when it is bid, Jeremy, makes it forcing. Hello, Susanna, as well. Yeah, good question from Jeremy. It's the 4th suit here, 2 hearts. Now we're in a forcing to game situation. And by the way, it doesn't matter if the opponents have bid either. Yeah, the opponents could bid a suit. Still, the 4th suit becomes that forcing bid. Now, what do we bid next here? In response to partner's 4th suit forcing 2 hearts. So we've shown partner 5 spades and 4 diamonds. Notice how here it was better to bid 2 diamonds rather than just bidding 2 spades. And Janie, just to be clear, Jack's mum is masquerading as Peter Stocken today. In fact, it's Jack's mum who helps us in a lot of our classes. Yeah, but she's masquerading under the name of Peter Stocken. In fact, it's Jack's mum. Who is married to Peter Stocken, by the way, if you're confused. Right, back to reality. The reality is Elizabeth, Tara, Laura, Margarita, Sue, Phil. Dominic's got a question. Yes, correct. Not including suits bid by the ops. But it would have to still be the 4 suit, Dominic. So 3 suits have been bid by opener and responder. A bid of the 4 suit becomes 4 suit forcing, whether the opponents have bid it or not. Yes, so we've shown partner 5 and 4. Let's show them that we got a 6 card suit by bidding 2 spades there. There we go. And we're going straight on to hand 3, Bashir. I think, Bashir, at some point you're just going to have a quick word with everyone, weren't you, about something? Just to remind you. Let's just get this hand ready for you. Hang on. Here it is. Well, coming up in a second.
Maybe I'll hop in now, Jack, while you're loading up that hand. A couple questions, both that I saw come through and also just on the support channel. If you are a beginner to bridge, Jack also teaches beginner lessons on the website. The website, learnbridgeonline.com, easy to remember. And to learn about Jack's classes specifically, this is the URL to come to, learnbridgeonline.com/Jack. We, of course, have more free videos throughout the year featuring Jack, also featuring a number of other fantastic teachers. Beginners, there's always a free trial week. You can see if it's something that you're interested in for his beginner classes. And just sort of tied in with this, for the intermediate and improvers out there, we're opening up a free trial week for any new members. So if you're enjoying this, we would love to welcome you to his ongoing lessons. If you join either the intermediate or the improver cohort of learners, you actually get access to both. So 2 new lessons every week, and 1 week free trial. You gain immediate access to the whole library of lessons. So literally dozens of lessons as soon as you join, as well as the worksheets and the hands that you can play through. So let's get back to the lesson. But as long as you're part of the newsletter, I'll send you more info if you're interested, or reach out anytime. hello@learnbridgeonline.com, or just come by the website. You'll learn all the info you need. But back to you, Jack.
Thanks, Bajir. See you in a bit. So where are we? Let's go back to here. Oh, hang on. Yeah, so it's a 1 heart opener. Oh, interesting. Does North bid 1 spade or 2 clubs? Oh, just to clear up, there's 1 or 2 of you a bit confused. Normal to be confused, by the way, with the new convention. Let's say if the opponents bid 1 heart as an overcall, then either opener or responder would have to then bid 2 hearts themselves to count as 4-suit forcing. Yeah. It always has to be the 4th suit bid by opener responder. So opener responder bid 3 suits. The 4th suit is 4-suit forcing. Yeah. I think I did already clear it up, Patricia, but just to be clear. And I play 4-suit forcing. I think there was a question came in, even at the 1 level, the 4th suit might be 1 spade. I play that as forcing to game as well. I just like to keep things easy. So even if 1 spade was 4th suit forcing, I like to play that as forcing to game. Right, 2 clubs here, because we are strong enough to bid spades later on, you see. So at 12 or more points, you can bid the minor first. It's quite a subtle point. I don't want to dwell on it, because where's all this time going? Did we start at 11 o'clock? Gosh, time's going very quickly. Yeah, but we are strong enough to get a second bid. So if you're 12 points or more, you can bid the minor, 5-card minor first. If you had 11 points or less, you would bid 1 spade. Quite a subtle point. 2 diamonds here. North, well, clearly bids 2 spades. I'm going to do that for you. What do we bid now as South then, with our shape here? What can we show about our shape here? We've shown 5 hearts and 4 diamonds. Hi, Val. Yes, clearly we're bidding 3 hearts to show a 6-card suit. And now North can raise to game knowing of the fit. So again, our best contract of 4 hearts is reached. Well done. We're running slightly low on time, so I'm just going to lead the Jack of Spades. I don't particularly like leading from a king. Away from a king in a trump contract. I don't really, but it is the 4th suit. And they haven't bid no trumps, so I think we're okay with the Jack of Spades here. So, no, kind of attacking lead. But generally, you try not to lead from a king in a trump contract, as most of you will know. Never lead from an ace. That's a no-no. But try not to lead from a king. I'm going to make an attacking lead here. Good. Now, just trying to focus on the north-south cards. How are we going to tackle the trump suit here? To try and just lose 1 trick. That's our mission. If we lose 2 tricks, we might well be going down. So how do we tackle basically 6 hearts to the ace opposite Queen X? And if you can, blot out the opponent's cards. How would you play this at the table? So do we go to dummy? I mean, what do we do? Do we play the ace of hearts? Do we go to dummy? Hang on. And play the queen of hearts? Let's go back. or something else? Jack's mum, masquerading as Peter Stocken, says some good answers here. Yes, there are. So we play towards. This is the key play of this hand, everyone. We play towards the queen. Second player probably plays low. You might rise with the king of hearts, but then your partner might have a singleton ace of hearts. That would be embarrassing. It's possible. So they probably play low. Second player play low. And we make the queen look. Crucial. Well done, everyone. Or most of you. Yeah, that's the finesse towards the queen. You're 50-50. Many get that wrong when this hand is played out face to face. Now we come back to the ace. We can play out our diamond winners. I'm going to do reasonably quickly because we've done the hard bit. Diamond winners. And we're just going to take the club finesse now for the over trick. No, doesn't work, but we're not bothered because we're just going to lose a trump now to the king. They take their spade, got our trump trick at the end. So well done. I think I've only frozen for you, Tara. I think the others are okay. Hopefully. So yeah, 420. Actually, it's 620. BBO doesn't always translate my vulnerability from my set hand. So 620, making four hearts. Crucially, low towards the queen was the winner there. Yeah, many people get this wrong. They go to dummy and play the queen of hearts. That's not a finesse. It will always be covered by the king. Right, Bajir, we're back to the slides again for some more instruction. Fourth priority, and the one that's probably most useful of all, actually, is opener bids no trumps to show a stopper in the fourth suit. So here, one spade by you as south, two clubs. You come back two diamonds, two hearts by me, four suit forcing. Over to you as south. What's your best bid here with your 5-4-2-2? Thank you for your kind comments. Val, Leslie, Patricia. Really enjoy presenting this promotional lesson. We tend to do two a year. We do one really now in May, one for Black Friday in November. But online lessons are every week, Mondays and Wednesdays now in the morning, throughout the year, yeah. Wherever I go, the laptop goes with me. So if you were, struggling with those shapes, you might just use four suit forcing for showing a stopper or not. Some players do. But yeah, two no trumps here. Shows a stopper in hearts. I think you all know what stoppers are. Ace, king X, queen XX. And 12 to 15 points. Yeah. If South had a stopper in hearts and 16 or more points, they'd jump to three no trumps. That's quite interesting. Well, I think it is. You may not. Yeah, so three no trumps is 16 plus with a stopper. Could be useful if you're thinking of bidding slam. Right, let's go. Well, thank you, Arthur. Nice to see you as well. It's tonight for you. Some of you in New Zealand, Australia, it'll be evening. Thank you for your dedication. We're going to play hand four, Bajir, which is here. This is our final set hand. Normally we play four set hands in the 1 hour lesson. And it's a one diamond opener. One spade, of course. Two clubs. What do we bid as north with our 13 points? And the reason I'm asking you every time, of course, is it's good to practice. What does north bid now with 13 points? Yes, Sam, even in a suit, you would jump to show 16 plus. Yeah, so for example, Sam, after four suit forcing a jump to say three spades would show 16 plus. Yeah. Good question from Sam Manners, one of our stalwarts from Monday morning. Yes, two hearts, four suit forcing. I'll even remember to alert it. And South, What do they bid now with their 13 points? Yes, we have 2 weekly classes now. Mondays at 9:30 in the morning, Wednesdays at 11. That's just starting up this week. And your subscription, you get access to both of those online lessons. And many of our viewers watch in replay. Yes, we can show a stopper in hearts by bidding 2 no trumps. We don't have any extra shape here. So 2 no trumps it is. 12 to 15 points minimum hand. And North jumps to 3 no trumps. Yes, just to be clear, Peter Stocken, who is in fact Jack's mum, is a bridge teacher as well. She helps us on our online classes. Yeah, just so as you know, newcomers. Right, and North clearly bids 3 no trumps. And what would you lead, everyone, on the West hand against 3 no trumps? What would your lead be as West to 3 no trumps? Let's ask that question. As you can see, everything is very interactive, both in the slides and in the play of the hands. Best way of learning. Actually, it's something I could never do face-to-face, is ask people face-to-face how they would bid or play a hand. They'd be too scared to put their hand up. So you get much more interactivity with the online teaching, which is why it's my preferred method now. If you don't have a stopper, what would you bid? Oh, we're going to come on to that one, Kim. Well, good question. We're coming on to that just in a minute. We're on option 4 on the menu at the moment. There's basically 6 options altogether. We'll go over 5 and 6 just before we finish. Yes, I would lead the unbid suit here, which is hearts. Good. Yeah, sometimes you have to lead a 3-card suit. It's the unbid suit. Well, it was the 4th suit, forcing, wasn't it? Effectively, the suit they haven't bid naturally. Yes, Jay, North would bid 3 no trumps with 12 points as well. Okay, so plan the play. Well, we've got some gold dust here amongst us, the diamonds. Cheapest of honours for third player, remember, not the queen or the jack. Cheapest of touching honours for third player. And of course, we duck it. Yeah. There's my little friend Duck. It's called Slam Duck. There you go. So he makes an appearance every now and again. And they come back another heart, which we also duck to the king. And a 3rd round of hearts. Of course, winning to the ace. Now we need to get to dummy. Clearly, to take the diamond finesse. So which diamond would you play now? Would you play the queen or the 10? Just trying to focus on the north-south cards, maybe. It's not easy. It's easy to see the east and west. But I'm still a firm believer that having all 4 hands face up is a preferred teaching method. Now, do we put the queen or the 10? Very good. So known as the deep finesse. That's it, Simon H. Always falls for me online, but it's good technique, Simon. I know sometimes finesses don't work online or BBO on Funbridge. But this one kind of worked in a way. We've successfully finessed the jack of diamonds. They will now come back a spade. Yeah. Do we finesse by playing the queen, or should we play the ace of spades, do you think? Let's ask the audience, fastest finger first. Not that I'm taking expressions from a well-known quiz show. Do you think it's better to play the ace here or the queen? We've lost 3 tricks. We can't afford to lose 2 more. Well, given that East must have the winning heart, we have to reject the finesse, of course. Well done. Otherwise, we'd be 1 down. Back to the diamonds. And, yeah, the 3-2 break has given us 4 tricks in the suit. Ooh, hang on. I've got to do something first. Wait. Just before I do, hang on. Queen of diamonds. Can I just go back in time a second? So I'm too busy chatting. We do, and well done if you spotted this, we actually need to take our winning clubs first. The teacher is allowed to go back in time. You're not when you play online, of course. Yeah, we do need to unblock these clubs first. My excuse is that I was too busy chatting about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Yes, so unblock the clubs. Important to do that before taking the next diamond finesse, because that's our last visit to dummy. Well done if you spotted that. Perhaps we're too polite to say. But we've unblocked the clubs. So now winning diamonds. And the winning king of clubs, of course. Yeah, there we go. So 10 tricks in the end. Well played, everyone. That would be a good result at your local duplicate, which might be online or face-to-face, hopefully. So Bashir, we've still got a little bit of work to do. Let's go back to the slides. We finished with the BBO hands, but we need to look at fifth priority now. Well, this is a bit difficult because you don't have any extra shape, and someone was asking quite rightly earlier. Hang on. Sorry, I've just lost my train of thought. Yes, what do you do when you don't have any more shape to show, or you don't have a stopper? Well, you show support for partner's first suit with a good doubleton. So you've opened a diamond, I've come back a spade, you've shown your 5-4 by bidding 2 clubs. Fourth suit forcing by me 2 hearts. What do you do with this little lot, do you think? So that's the next question. If you're watching in replay or live on YouTube, what do you bid now? You don't have any extra shape, nor do you have a stopper in hearts. Got to do something. You can't leave it. Well, you could, but partner wouldn't be too amused. Well, probably would be quite amused the first time, maybe. We've all been left in a 3-0 fit when we just learned transfers, haven't we? So here, option 5 on the menu is to show a good doubleton. Yeah, because let's face it, a good doubleton, I'm talking ace X, king X, queen X. It's almost as good as 3 small cards anyway, isn't it? So we bid 2 spades. Yeah, partner will think we have 3, and probably bid, if they've got 5 spades, they'll bid to 4 spades. But I must just tell you, even being in a 5-2 fit, in 4 hearts or 4 spades, is obviously better than being in 3 no trumps when you don't have a stopper in the 4 suit. Yeah, so occasionally you will play in a 5-2 fit, sometimes even a 4-3 major fit at the 4 level, but you will have avoided 3 no trumps with no stoppers. Okay, so, and also for the more experienced amongst you, it's quite a subtle point this, so if you don't understand it, let it waft over your head like a warm breeze, as I refer to in my online lessons. The subtlety is that if it is just a good doubleton, responder won't have a stopper opener won't have a stopper south, a stopper in heart. So yeah, the 2 spades here is either 3 cards or a good doubleton with no stopper in hearts. Okay. Right. We're almost at the end of the menu. So this is the 6th priority, the final one. I call it Last Chance Saloon. And there is Last Chance Saloon. I've never visited that bar and probably never will. But I guess it's in America somewhere. Educated guess. Now, and Sam, of course, loves my captions. Thank you, Sam. She's the leader of the fan club of my captions. Now, listen, with no extra shape or stopper in the 4th suit, opener has to do something. So we're saying you got no shape, you got no stopper. Let's not worry about this too much because it only happens once every 5 years. I can't remember when I last bid Last Chance Saloon, but you have to tell a little white lie. So what you do is opener repeats their 5-card suit, their first suit, okay? Pretending it's 6. It's the best of a bad job, as I would say. So should we have a little look at Last Chance Saloon? So you've bid a heart with your 12 points. I've come back a spade. 2 clubs, 5-4. I've used 4 suit forcing, 12 plus points. No upper limit. Over to you. What are you going to do with that? Thank you, B, for your company. Enjoy the rest of the week. We don't have any extra shape, nor do we have a stopper in diamonds, nor do we have a good doubleton in spades. We've got nothing, but we can't pass. We must keep the bidding going till at least 3 no trumps or game. Very important for your partnership confidence when you bid 4 suit forcing that you bid on to game eventually. Well, is it the best of a bad job? It is. Very good. So you have to bid 2 hearts here, but I wouldn't get yourself too concerned about it. It's extremely rare. You'll almost always have something to show. But with no other features, just bid 2 hearts. It's a smallish white lie, isn't it? Thank you, Bill, for your company again. Now, hang on a second. So yeah, just in order of priority, this is a recap. That is the menu. We'll just go through it quickly. Number 1, support the partner suit with first suit with 3 cards. Second on the list, repeat the second suit to show 5-5. Third on the list, repeat the first suit to show a 6-card suit. So those are all 2 with shape. Number 4, which is very common, you just bid no trumps to show a stopper in the 4th suit at the lowest level. Option 5, you can support partner's first suit with a good doubleton. And option 6 is last chance saloon. Options 5 and 6 don't happen very often. You'll normally have 1, 2, 3, or 4. Yes, it is quite tricky 4 suit forcing, Sam. You just have to go through the options. Should we just have an addendum as well? It's 12:05 UK time, but let's have an addendum for the more experienced. Some of you might have to go. Thank you for your company, Trish, Fiona. Anne's just got a question. Do you need 2 stoppers in the 4 suit? And it's a very good question, but no, just 1 stopper is absolutely fine. If you're waiting for 2 stoppers, you'd probably wait till, Christmas. Jane, you know where we are. Can we just have a little look at this addendum though? What's our rebid here with 17 points as south? North having used 4 suit forcing. So this is what we have in the lessons as well. We have an addendum at the end, 1 or 2 for the more experienced. Less experienced, switch off, press the pause button, or they can watch it if they like. But they must be aware that this is kind of in the small print. So what's our rebid here in south, everyone? With 17 points. Responding to 4 suit forcing. And we do have a stopper in diamonds. That's the clue. Let's have a little look-see. I think the answers are just coming in as I watch on the chat box. Well done, Jane. Sue. We can't. Well, Sue, yes. I don't know. Is it 2 no trumps or 3 no trumps? 2 no trumps only shows 12 to 15 points. So just a few more answers coming in. There's no need to rush, though. It is tricky, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah's finding 4 suit forcing quite difficult. It's not an easy convention to learn. It's one of the easier ones. Still doesn't mean it's easy. But the worksheet will help you, and practicing online. Should we just look at the answer? It's 3 no trumps. And there's Bajir, look, out on his morning run in Japan. He likes climbing up mountains. There you go. So 3 no trumps here, 16 plus. Good. Well done if you did. If you're watching in replay, well done if you fished out 3 no trumps from your virtual bidding box. Let's just have one more. Actually, this is even for the less experienced as well. So I've gone a heart. You've bid a spade as responder. 2 clubs by me as North. What's your bid as responder here as South? You've got 11 points. What do you bid with 11 points there, opposite my 2 clubs? So this is the addendum 2. I think this could be for less experienced as well, actually. I think this is for everyone. I have set a trap for you, but so far, looking at the chat box, which I can to the left, all the comments coming in, I've set a trap and no one's fallen into it. Oh, no one? No one, I don't think. Oh, yes, someone has. I won't name. We don't like to name and shame, do we, Bajir? It's very bad for business. But most of you, I'm impressed, have just been 2 no trumps. Yeah. 2 diamonds here would be 4 suit forcing. Very important. You must keep it up to 12 points or more. Yeah, otherwise you'll get into a mess. Something we always have at the end of every lesson now, if you remember just 3 things, and we do have this on the worksheet as well, which you can download for free after this lesson. A bid of the 4 shoot is 12 points and is forcing to gain. Doesn't promise any length in the suit. It's an artificial bid, a convention. You must agree with your partner. Secondly, when responding to 4 suit force in the modern style, extra shape is the main priority. And finally, the most common response would be 2 no trumps, showing a stopper in the 4 suit at a minimum opening hand. Well, take a deep breath. It's been very exciting presenting this lesson on 4 suit forcing to you. What more can I say? Thank you for your company. I've enjoyed it, Bajir.
Thank you so much, Jack. And Jack, I'm so impressed with those of us who joined us today. Really some tricky questions, but they did so well.
They did really well. And Jack's mum masquerading as Peter Stocken was very helpful and impressed by the newcomers coming in with their answers, Bajir. So yeah, no, there were quite a few questions thrown out there. And it's quite a tricky convention 4 suit, isn't it? You know, for the less experienced.
For those of you who found this lesson challenging, you're not alone. As you can see, it's okay to make mistakes. And something Jack and we often talk about, it's often the more experienced or confident learners who are quickest responding. So if you had a tough time with this, don't worry. You can come back to the replay, you can pause, you can think it through, and the worksheet will be sent out to everyone within 24 hours. Check your inbox. As long as you've registered for this, I will be able to email it to you.
And I was just going to say, Bajir, as well, this lesson is more for like the intermediates, which is Monday mornings, 9:30 UK time. Wednesday, just starting at 11 o'clock now UK time, we are doing more basic things. You know, so we're doing like openers rebid with balanced hands. You know, the topics there are less advanced than they would be on a Monday morning. So we're doing penalty double quite soon on a Wednesday morning. So yeah, there's 2 classes very much for different levels of experience.
And you join either class, you'll be able to access both new lessons each week, attending live. The experience is very similar to this, or watching by replay, as is the case here. We do have people from all over the world, or folks who are working or schedules don't permit, but folks who watch by replay are very much part of the class. And just a reminder, just for this special occasion, we've opened up a free trial week for any new members. So if you enjoyed it, come on by. As soon as you join the class, you'll gain access to the entire lesson library, as well as 2 new live lessons each week. So we would love to have you join us. If you're unable to, no problem at all. We're so glad that you could join us today. Your involvement helped make this so fun. It was something Jack and I have been looking forward to for a long time.
Yeah, I think, as you're saying, Bajir, for an example, so we were doing signaling earlier with the intermediates. Next week, we're doing discards on a Monday. And I think this Wednesday with the improvers, we're doing rebidding no trumps as opener. So there's a lot to get into. Also, were you going to mention if anyone was going to press the subscribe button
Aren't you nice, Jack? Thank you for the reminder. Yes, another way that you can help support free videos like this, and we put out a lot. We try to do a free video by one of our teachers every week, just for free on our YouTube channel. One of the things you can do underneath the video on YouTube, assuming you're watching on YouTube, if you haven't already, you'll probably see a button that says subscribe. Clicking on that's totally free. Basically what it does, it helps YouTube know that bridge learners like us enjoy these videos, so it will help other folks find it. Won't cost a thing. That's completely separate from the memberships we run on our website. So if you see that subscribe button, if you enjoyed this, we'd most appreciate it if you clicked on that. And you will, I mean, the videos that we make with Jack, with the other teachers, they're really incredible. So we would love your support and would love to have you back.
I think LearnBridge Online, last time I looked, was at 8.7 thousand. It'd be great after today, Brigitte, if we get it up to 9,000, wouldn't it?
That sounds like a challenge, Jack. You know, Jack, I still pinch myself because I remember being excited by 200 subscribers. 300 subscribers on the YouTube channel. So
back in the day. I mean, it's amazing how it's grown, isn't it, the last 3 years? And how online teaching is, especially in my mind, is the premier way of teaching bridge now, you know, with the interactivity, the worksheets, etc. So, no, it's just great. And there'll be another promotion at the end of the year for Black Friday. But I really enjoyed it, Brigitte. I think I should put the kettle on, have a cup of tea.
Jack, you deserve it. This was Jack's second lesson today. So, Jack, thank you for pushing through, giving us a really fun lesson. For folks, again, interested in hearing more about Jack's free lessons, free bridge videos, or to join his class, and for a limited time, there's a free week, free trial. You can go learnbridgeonline.com/Jack. If you have any questions at all, you can always contact me directly, hello@learnbridgeonline.com. I'm here to help members of his classes however I can. So if you have questions, tech support, whatever it is, get in touch. It's online, but it really is personal. So we're so happy to be able to get to know so many folks, learners from all over. We love hearing from you. So please do reach out anytime.
And according to Sarah and Laura, Bashir, we're at 8.9 at the moment. So we only need 100 more.
Close. Jack, what are we going to do? I think if we hit maybe if we hit 10,000, Jack has to shave his head like mine.
or we'll have an online party, Bashir.
Like there we go. That is probably more realistic.
Yeah, online party. Well, listen, I'll let you get on, Bashir. I know you're busy. I've got the pneumatic drill going outside.
Okay. Well, Jack, thank you again to everyone, especially folks who could join us live. Thank you for being part of it. Looks like my son wanted to run in and join the party as well.
Oh, hello. Hi,
Jack.
Hi.
Okay. All right, I better put this boy to sleep. To everyone else, we'll see you the next lesson, or many of you in the class will see the next of Jack's weekly lessons. Thanks Jack.
Very much.
Bye, all.
Bye, Bashir. Bye, Jack's mum.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, he's got a transformer.
Yeah, we'll have to teach this robot how to play bridge someday.
Oh, yes. And that's work in progress, I think.
Yeah.
Bye, all. Thank you, Jack.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.